Welcome back to another exciting episode of Small Tackle Box Fishing. Today we will be discussing how to catch fish in new bodies of water. So when you're fishing a new body of water and you're not sure where the good spots are, I'll give you a couple tips. So first of all, you want to look for, if you're on a boat, you want to look for drop-offs. Those are when it's a flat bottom and it's shallow, around 3 to 5 feet, and then it drops off to a much deeper depth, so say 15 feet. So the bass, what they'll be doing, they'll be waiting for shad and bluegill, any bait fish, to go right past the drop-off, and then they'll hammer them and swim up. It's a classic technique for bass. You also want vegetation, so reeds, lily pads, submerged grass, stuff like that. That's where they'll be hiding. And also points, so that's like for this context, we'll say little peninsulas sticking out into the water very far. That's where the bass will be hiding. They'll be at those points waiting for bluegill to come off one side, and then they'll be waiting at the other side to ambush them. So now that we've discussed that, let's get into the baits. So most of these are for the fall, some are for the spring and the summer too. So let's get into it. We only have 4, so I'm keeping it limited today. We got the chatterbait. So the chatterbait, it's pretty much a jig with a little spinny thing, little spinner, and it makes an erratic action and gives them flashing, so the bass will tune into it better. So this is mainly a fall bait, as you may have seen in a previous video, and they work extremely well. So with this bait, you want to retrieve without imparting any action, which means none of the jigging or the figure eights. You want to just reel it in at a fair speed. Next we have square bill crankbait. Now specifically square bill crankbait. So I like square bills better than normal crankbaits and deep divers because square bills hit rocks and they bounce off of them nicely. So square bills are good for summer and spring fishing and a little bit of early fall. So with square bills, you want to go around rocks, obviously, and around wood too, fallen timber. So you want to you want to get a nice long cast, and you want to just reel them in about the same speed as the chatterbait. Just, life like swimming. Okay, next we have my favorite lure ever, spinnerbait. So spinnerbait is good for late spring, almost all of summer, and early fall. So the spinnerbait, you just want to reel it in slowly, and because it's got these 2 giant blades, some have 1. These are willow leaf blades. They make action, but they don't make a lot of vibration, so it's more flashy. So these are great, and they work really well at almost all times a year. So same thing as the other 2, no action, no jigging motion, just straight up reeling. Last bait we got on here arguably catches more 10-pounders than the rest. This is obviously the buzzbait. So the buzzbait, it's like a spinnerbait. So you can see the 2 here. It's like a spinnerbait. However, as you can see, the buzzbait is much more streamlined. And this, it's like, you can almost call it a propeller. That is for keeping it above water. So this is a top water bait, and you want the buzzbait to make an erratic motion above water. So you want to reel this in fast above the water, so it's always above it. Now this is more of a summer bait and a late spring bait. But the only difference is for buzzbaits, they work great in early morning and in the evening, as well as at night, as well as spinner baits, but you want to use them in black. So this works great in early morning, at night, and in the evening. Okay, last bait. It's just a joke. I just want to show you this because it's just funny. So for big bass fishing, arguably these 2 lures catch the most. Now, if you're saying to yourself, holy cow, that's a big worm. Yeah, it is. It's 12 inches. Another big fish bait, if you're looking for big fish, big swim baits. So anything that represents bluegill or shad works great. Thank you for watching another episode of Small Tackle Box Fishing. Get out there, get fishing, and get catching. See you next time.